Good Tuesday, everybody. Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Volquest 2-minute drill as camp rolls on. And got to hear from Darrell Sims, got to hear from a couple of different running backs today, including Peyton Lewis and Star Thomas. That's a competitive room. And, when you think about this team that's still kind of beat up, it's really a healthy room.
Well, it is a healthy room. And you mentioned the competitiveness. I think they all like each other. They feel like they complement each other. But everybody's got Star Thomas feels like he's got something to prove, right? He's transferring up into the SEC, in the big boy land. We all know where Deshaun Bishop's chip is on his shoulder. It's taller than his head. I mean, It's a big chip. And you hear from Peyton Lewis. Peyton Lewis feels like he's got something to prove. Last year was tough. It didn't go as well as he wanted it to go. It was a tough transition. He's talked about how much better he's gotten, how much more comfortable he is. But you can tell he feels like he's got something to prove. So I think it's a group of running backs that have a lot of talent, but they also have a lot of drive right now, which will be fun to watch.
Chris Brazzell, back at practice the last couple of practices, did a lot more work today after practice ended, getting extra work in.
Yeah, he did. And I felt like just in what little bit we got to watch today during the practice part, he moved better. He felt, seemed to have a little more, some of the soreness maybe is wore off or whatever, but he seemed to be moving better. And today he put in a lot of extra work. He was one of the last guys to leave here. Just catching some more balls out of the jugs machine and trying to get back up to speed with everything and getting himself ready to go. So that's a positive sign for Tennessee that he's had a couple good days here and seems to be able to manage the knee and everything coming off of that here as they get ready to go into mock week next week.
Another key guy back at practice today, and that was Josh Josephs, who really is out there doing stuff for the first time this fall camp in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and again, I think you know where he's at, but you want him knocking the rust off, and I think getting him, maybe he gets a few scrimmage snaps on Friday, we'll see, but this team slowly feels like they're getting a little healthier. We saw Staley for the first time today, kind of walking around.
He was at least out there. Yeah.
He was out and about, and that's the first time we've kind of seen him since the injury. Mike Matthews seems to have less and less on his knee with each passing day. So it feels like they're starting to get healthier, and we'll see how things play out here the next couple of days, who scrimmages, who doesn't. And then obviously next week they go into scout team work and into game prep type stuff.
As for the quarterback situation, it feels like, obviously George McIntyre had a really good scrimmage the other day, but I think at this point, it certainly feels like Joey Aguilar is trending in the right direction. He is, as you would call it, stacking quality days.
Well, but I think this scrimmage goes, that somebody's got to perform well in the scrimmage under the lights, so to speak. I know it's during the daytime, but with coaches on the sidelines, they got to have a little more rhythm in the passing game. They got to get off to a better start throwing the football. Who does that this week? But I think when you get through Friday, you got to really start paring that thing down and start moving towards either a starting decision or at least managing the reps differently than you've managed in the first couple of weeks, where you're trying to get everybody as equal a number of reps as you can get right now.
Tennessee is off tomorrow. They will return to the practice field on Thursday before the second scrimmage of fall camp, that being on Friday. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.